What is up, everybody? Welcome to the island of Hvar here in Croatia. We're going to be spending a couple days here exploring and seeing what there is to do, eat, and enjoy the beautiful beaches here. So far, my first impressions about what I can tell you about Hvar is that it's quiet, seems peaceful during the day. But from what I've been told is that Hvar is a party island. So we'll see what this island has to offer. All right, so a tip that I have is that if you decide to take the TP line from Split to Hvar, you have to check that if it'll take you to the Hvar main port or the Vera port. Because if you land in the Vera port, then you get a shuttle that's included within the ticket that you buy, and it'll take you to the main city, and from there you can walk, grab your taxi or whatever you like to your hotel. We just ended up walking. It was an 11-minute walk. I mean, it's not as hot here as it is in Dubrovnik, so we still sweat, but it wasn't that bad because the taxis usually charge 30-40 euros for a 2-minute, 3-minute drive to wherever you want to go. Unless it's far, then it's understandable. Excuse me being out of breath. Another thing, Hvar has a lot of hills, so it's a good elevation workout. So watch out for that. So if you're like an older couple or older person, you might want to rent out a scooter or get some taxi service. Oh, there's like a wall right there. I wonder if that's a castle, maybe over there. Oh, look at that wall, it's pretty cool. So Hvar, if you decide to come, well, Hvar is an island mostly known for its parties, its clubs, and its nightlife. So if you're single with a couple, no children, this might be the island for you. But as you can see, I have a family. We're still gonna make the best out of it and see what Hvar has to offer for family. Hvar. So as in many of the places that I've been mentioning within Croatia, give me a second to watch out for a curb. Yeah, while you're walking around Croatia, make sure to watch your steps because there's a lot of uneven elevations. So, Agi? Dale. Oh, and one big tip that if you do travel with children, I would recommend you either bring something to carry the child in or a really lightweight portable stroller, because the stroller that we have is pretty big. Honestly, glad we left it at home. Some of these streets and ways of transportation are not meant for buggies or baby strollers, and it just makes it easier carrying the baby. Yeah, it's hot, but it's worth it. So as you can see, that's what I mean by a lot of stairs, a lot of hills, and pretty high elevation. So if you're down by the docks and you get dropped off there and your apartment or accommodation is up here, then you could take a taxi if you're willing to pay that money, or you could just suffer, walk up, and just relax in your air-conditioned room when you get there. But as for us, we just decided to right and left. We just decided to walk it and just relax in the just relax in the room. So it's up to you what you decide to do. This is just a tip. Right here? Okay. So we're going downhill, so trying to get a feel of where I have to go. Make sure to watch your steps. But it's pretty beautiful right here. Look at that. Some shade. Yeah, don't forget to wear sunscreen. So the place we ended up coming to for our lunch is called Let's Taco About Hvar. That's how you say it. Let's talk about, well, you get it. Let's talk about Hvar. But it's a taco shop, and let's see how it is. Let's talk about Hvar. All right, seriously. Let's go. We going? So we just finished eating at the taco little restaurant, and to be honest, it was pretty good. But you know, the prices, you're on an island, a lot of tourists, of course the prices are going to be up. So if you decide to come to an island, any island, just know that the prices are going to be up, but the food was delicious. Don't get me wrong, the nachos was a big portion. The tacos were a bit small, not what I'm used to, but you know, the nachos were incredible. I recommend that place. Beautiful views, beautiful weather, good wind, clear water. It's beautiful. So a tip to take into consideration is that if you want to stay at a beach in Hvar, they do have sun chairs, but they're going to cost you around 25 euros, 26 euros. So if you're going to spend the whole day there, it might be worth it to you. But if you decide that that's too expensive, they also have room there for you to lay your towels and just relax. Another thing to note is that it's not sand beaches, it's more like a pebble beach. So a lot of little rocks. So if you bring kids or your feet are sensitive to rough surfaces, bring some swim shoes. Excuse me, some swim shoes. Yeah, some swim shoes. But other than that, it's the water is clear, not dirty. It's beautiful. It's cooling and refreshing the moment you go in. Another thing is make sure that you do bring sunscreen. Birds, beautiful. Are those birds? I don't know, they might be insects, but they do have a park right above the beach. So if you want to come to the park with your kids after, you're more than welcome to. It's free, it's public. I'm probably about to go bring my son over here. But yes, don't forget to bring sunscreen. Sunscreen is expensive here if you decide to buy it, because it's a tourist location. A lot of people are here, so just remember that. Another big tip that I have is to always carry water with you. There's some local stores you can go into. The water costs about 2 euros. You know, I don't know if that's expensive or cheap to my viewers, but to me, for a small bottle being 2 euros, I mean, it's a tourist attraction place, so it speaks for itself. So another tip that I do have when it comes to accommodation is that if you do plan on coming to an island or to any of the islands in Croatia, make sure that you do book in advance, because if you don't book in advance, there's only going to be about 2 or 3 hotels available to you if you were to book 3 days to your next island, which the prices can really increase, saying 1,500 per night, and it's not the nicest of places. So I highly recommend that you do book in advance. Also, make sure that you do book your ferry tickets in advance if you like. So keep that in mind. So far, Hvar has been spectacular. The vibes here are relaxed. The beach here is beautiful, clear crystal water. One thing to do know is that, you know, everything here is gonna be expensive, so if you need any necessities, make sure you bring them with you before you head to the island, so that way you don't have to buy here and you don't have to break your wallet. If you do bring a child with you, make sure that you do bring some water resistant sunscreen and or a hat, sunglasses, long sleeves if you decide to take them into the water, a little water umbrella, or whatever you think is best for your child. Just know in advance that if you do come during the summertime, it's going to be hot, so bring whatever you believe is going to be best to protect your child when it comes to some strong UV rays, and just keep them safe. And also make sure to bring yourself some protection to keep yourself safe. Forms of payment here in Hvar vary. Some stores ask for cash, other stores ask for credit and or cash, and other places just accept everything. So do note that you should have some cash in hand with you, just in case the restaurant that you go to doesn't offer credit card payments. Something that I do tend to do is ask before I enter the restaurant if they accept card or if they just take cash. That way it just makes it so much easier for me. They do offer a lot of tours here in Hvar, so if you do decide to plan a day-long tour trip on a boat or somewhere really fascinating, just make sure you do book that in advance because it does get packed. If you have any questions or anything that I missed, make sure to write them down in the description below, and I will get to you as fast as I can to answer your question about coming here with kids or coming here by yourself, and what I've experienced, what I've felt, and what I've encountered. Another thing to mention is that if you're a vegetarian or you can't eat meat or there's necessities that you need met, they will accommodate in some restaurants. Not all restaurants are like that, but they are restaurants like that. What I tend to do, I myself am not a vegetarian, but what I tend to do with past experiences, with past friends, is we usually look it up on Google Maps and it'll tell you, hey, this is a vegetarian restaurant, or hey, this isn't a vegetarian restaurant. But you can do that here in Hvar because I just did that out of curiosity. I looked into Google Maps for a vegetarian restaurant and about 2 popped up. And the same thing happened in Split. There are some restaurants that will accommodate for those that are vegetarian. And if that doesn't pop up on Google Maps, you can always ask the restaurant if they're able to accommodate for you. A lot of them are very friendly, very helpful, but just note that they will make a little change for you. So we're starting our day here, day 2 in Hvar Island. I'm heading over to the market in order to get some bread, some pastries for breakfast, to drink with some coffee, because the tip that I do recommend is that if you are on a budget and you're just trying to relax and not really go to a big, busy, expensive restaurant, you just want a quick breakfast, I recommend going to the market. From where I'm at, it's an 8-minute walk, so it's not that bad. I just head over, grab some milk, coffee, and some bread, sweet breads, pastries, whatever you like to call them, and that's my breakfast. So when I talk about there being a lot of hills, this is what I mean. Pretty big inclines, but nothing that I'm not used to. But if you come with children, babies, just be prepared for that. There are a lot of shady spots where you can stop and rest. Just make sure you're hydrated, because you can pass out here.